You just want to get over here.
There we go. The stream is live. Hey, y'all.
Yay!
Something worked, girl. Something worked.
Right. So I don't know if you want to wait until the people start trickling in, or you just want to go ahead and start talking.
Let's see. How do we know folks are show chat?
So it's the little thing at the top, like just like Instagram Live, it shows you how many people are on. So like it has a little counter at the top. If you can see it.
Are you in full screen or are you not in full screen?
I'm just in the regular.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
What Granny got on? Where you want to go?
Oh, I don't have nothing in here for him to play with right now.
I can sing for him.
Don't, Mom. We're live. Get closer.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I didn't bring nothing here for you to play with, Bubba. No, Ma, that's hand sanitizer.
Anything to keep him quiet.
Look in that second drawer. It should be something in there. Yeah.
Throw that on the floor.
He gonna sling it against the table. Okay. Child, I done forgot how to open the podcast. Okay. Wait.
Okay, wait a minute.
My mind. Okay. Hey y'all, the people who are not watching right now, but hey y'all, welcome to our live episode of the Not Another Mama podcast. This is our season finale. We made it to 10 episodes.
Y'all, we did it.
Awesome.
This is our 10th episode and our final episode for now. Until we come back for season 2. But we wanted to do something different and fun and special. So we have 2 people with us today. Well, really 2.5. Lord. My mom, this is Virginia, and this is Farrison's grandmother. And Ashley, introduce your mommy.
This is Sylvia, my mom, Sylvia Rubin, Jabari's grandmother.
Yes, glad to meet you.
These are the surprise. Ma, you already met them.
No.
Nice to meet you, Miss Virginia.
You too. Hey, Miss Virginia.
Jesus.
We got the sisterhood. You're not.
Before 30
By the way, y'all, this is not scripted. We have our questions, what we're gonna talk about, but there is no structure to this live. So we don't know how it's gonna be the next 5 minutes. But we're just gonna talk to our moms and ask them questions and hope they don't embarrass us.
That's all we get on this live.
Okay. Ash, you can start with your first question.
Okay. Okay, Mom. And Miss Virginia too. Y'all, it's open conversation. What's your proudest moment as a mother or grandmother?
Anybody?
No. I can go first. I must say, mine has happened like later in my life with the kids, with my children as you all has become adults, that everyone has saw the importance of getting higher education. Whereas when I was coming up, I got married, I had kids, got married, had kids, and I did that, raised a family, and was a mom and a wife. And so, and I finished high school, and then my last couple of years of that was, my last year of high school was night school. So, but yeah, I think it's just, like I said, later here in life that all of my kids have found the importance of seeking or achieving higher education and degrees.
And we kind of didn't have a choice. Mom and Dad were like, it's y'all go to the military, you go to college, but y'all ain't gonna sit out here and do nothing. That was what it was growing up, right? Like
They had options.
those are the options
They
we
had
had.
options.
We had options. There were two. That was it.
Yeah.
Like there was like no third one. It's like you go to college, you go to military, but that was it. So we kind of just went out there and did the damn thing. That was.
I mean, there were bumps in the road. There were bumps in the road because even my oldest Carl, when he went into the military, into the Air Force, because at that time when he graduated high school, college, just wasn't his forte, and that's how it is for a lot of kids. But when he became a lot more mature, and he was able to focus and saw the importance of, even though you're in the military and you have that background, but it's still important to have that the degree, and so he went back and he actually got his bachelor's, and so yeah, that's I would say that was it.
Okay.
Okay, I said my proudest moments was when she finished her master's. When she finished her master's, and the baby.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
And then the other one is my granddaughter. When she graduated from high school, she already had her associate degree, and I was proud of her with that. And then and I got my oldest grandson. I'm very proud of him because he's autistic, but he's very smart.
Awesome.
Very proud of him.
That's great.
And
that's a blessing.
We're gonna try to push him on for he got 2 more years to go before he be out of high school. And that's and then for both of my children to finish college. My oldest daughter, she finished college and she got her bachelor's degree in art.
Great.
Okay.
And so that's mine's proudest moments.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
A lot of us as parents, especially as in our culture, that we as parents and grandparents, we can't we can't say what you and I have just said, and what but I'm just thankful. I'm thankful what God have us at. I'm thankful what God have my family and your family, and I'm just thankful, pray that everyone see that it's important just to do that.
That's right.
Yeah. It's going to be hard. There's always going to be bumps in the road, but
that's right.
I always tell them, I say, ain't nothing easy and ain't nothing free.
That's true.
But I always tell them that.
Yes, you're gonna have to put some work in to get what you want and what you need. That's why I said my oldest daughter always tell me, Mama, get what you need and not what you want. Think about that. She said, think about that. Get what you need, and then you if on later down the line, you probably get some of what you want.
Yep. And she is so correct. And my mother-in-law used to always say something along those lines to me too. She always used to say, "It's it's just important the way you take care of what you have."
That's right.
You take care of what you have is more important than taking care of what you have. You're not there trying to get more and trying to get new. So she used to always tell me that. So I understand.
Yes.
All right. Off to a good start.
Right. Oh, that was sweet.
It should have been y'all season opener. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
Virginia, I'm just letting them know that me and I could have done this.
Ash, do you want to answer the question too? What's your proudest moment as a mom?
Oh, my proudest moment as a mom so far. Shoot, excuse my language, Miss Virginia. Excuse my language. I don't know. That's difficult for me. I think maybe okay, maybe two. The first proudest moment was actually getting Jabari here, because like y'all know out there, our devoted listeners, y'all know the issues I had with fibroids, and that kept me sick the whole entire. I mean, like, just mentally blue. Like, oh my God, what's wrong with my kid? Hope you don't be wrong with him. I hope he's okay. Like that proud moment when he came out and doctors was like, he's healthy, his weight is fine, he's hitting all these boom, boom, boom marks. I was so relieved. And I think now every time Jabari hits a milestone, I am just so tickled. I'm just so happy. And so, like, I'm proud of him, not of myself, but of him. Like, he's just discovering the world and doing his damn thing. And I'm just like, good. Yeah, I want him to be as free as he possibly can be. So I think that's my proudest moment for me. What about you, girl?
You definitely having my baby vaginally. That was my proudest moment for me, because I don't know, I always thought of giving birth as being like the most painful thing in the world. And I was always scared to get pregnant because I knew that the baby has to come out some way. So
right.
I don't know. And I didn't want a C-section. And of course, like throughout my pregnancy, my OB started to kind of, I don't want to say discourage me, but she started to scare me a little bit into thinking that vaginal wasn't possible for me because of the size of my baby. And I already knew he was going to have a big head because I have a pretty large head myself. So that didn't really scare me. But she just made it seem like it was this thing that would make what I wanted impossible. And I'm sitting right next to my possibility, my baby. So he got here safely. He was healthy. They didn't need to hook him up to no machines or anything like that. And it's like, I don't know. I'm proud of myself for one, because who child, like you said, Ashley, getting him here, that was the main thing I was concerned about, because I was also trying not to fall into the whole stigma of being a single mom.
Yes, girl. Yeah.
So falling into that and not allowing people to get in my ear and basically tell me, you're a single mom, why don't you go out and find somebody? And just so he could, be in a 2-parent household, he needs to have a father figure. He needs to have his dad. We ain't gonna get into all that because that's a conversation for another day, child. But just getting him here and getting him here. That's my proudest moment. And of course his little milestones too. So he's crushing everything ahead of time. And I'm just like, can you slow down, please?
Yeah, that's what I'm at too right now. I'm just like, wait a minute. Part of me is very proud of him doing the things he's been doing, crawling, pulling stuff up, eating solid food, and like understands his name. But other half of me is just like, wait a minute. I look at his newborn pictures, my heart gets all like, oh, wait a minute, I'm not ready. That growth happens so quickly. Really
That's my proudest moment. Okay, let me stop before I get emotional. Oh, okay. Next question to the grandmas. What scared you the most about motherhood?
For me, it was making enough money to feed my kid and keeping them in what they need, and just the things that naturally a parent gonna worry about. Am I, is my kids, being taken care of right and stuff like that. And I'm, trying to do the best I can to keep them and make sure, that they get what they need. They might not got what they want, but they got what they need. That was my doing that, because I really raised both of my girls single, really, because when I met her daddy, I was I don't know how many years I had divorced the first one, and I had to raise my oldest daughter until that time. And then after she was here, but she was in college when the last one happened. So I'm just, really, what you come about being a mother, trying to be the best mother that I could be for them.
Yeah, I really can ride off of what you just said, Virginia, because I think we as moms, that's even though I was married and my husband was in the military as soon as we got married because we know how we were going to take care of these babies. To the military and I had, he went into the military and we had Ashley and her sister are they're two, and you may notice here. But
I think we should know. I don't think we should
but
know.
Ashley and Quay are the same age for 2 weeks.
Oh,
So
wow.
I had babies in diapers at the same time, drinking milk at the same time, going to school at the same time, in college at the same time. So I can relate to, and it's making sure that everybody is fed. My husband didn't go. My husband went into the military as a private, and so that's just like just like an everyday job, And I worked part time at Sears because I couldn't work full time because I had babies I had to take care of. And thank God for his mom, she would watch him, but I had to go at night. I had to work at night because she would have to she would put them in the bed, and so by the time I got off, they would be asleep. So she didn't have to keep them all day. But while he was away in the military, so I totally I would say just the worry of a Black mom. I think we worry. I think we just come here worry. We worry. I think we worry, our kids gonna make it home from school safe. Our kids go around the corner to the candy store. Lord, don't let nobody be crazy up in that school. Don't let anybody pick my baby up off that street.
Yeah.
School, and so those are kind of I mean, and the biggest like your mom said, it's just be able to provide shelter and provide food and just provide on the daily and provide that love that sometimes we didn't pick you up and hug you when we thought that we could because we probably had so much weight on our shoulders that we were too busy worried about when keeping the lights on, them 5 packs of bacon we bought that's supposed to last us 10 days and all that So I understand. And those are my worries.
Okay.
Ashley.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta think twice, huh, for y'all send us.
No, wait a minute. Let me look at the question and make sure I want to scares you most about motherhood. Okay. I think there's again 2 things that scare me most about motherhood. And the first one being like one of my mom friends, her kids are 10, 8 years old. So she's had kids for a while. And she was just like, Ashley, and this is before I even had kids. We were talking about motherhood and what she thought about it. This was years ago. She says, I kind of got used to the idea that as a parent, I'm going to be traumatizing my kid somehow, some way. And I was like, like there's just no avoiding it. You're gonna, and I won't know what it is till my kid's older. Hopefully, they're still talking to me, and they're like, and I was like, that was so tough. Like that's one of the unspoken things of motherhood no one talks about, and that's one of the things now I'm worried about too. Like, I hope, like, in what way am I traumatizing my kid? So that I'm not saying traumatizing in the sense that he cuts me off completely and doesn't talk to me, but like, he'll come back one day and say, Mom, remember that one time when I was 12 years old and so and so happened, you did that. That really messed me up. Like, I'm anticipating things like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I hope whatever trauma I put him through was like a low grade trauma,
Right. Not detrimental.
Right. Something that he goes to therapy for, not like go blow up a school, kind of thing. Like that's the real, like that's the type of like fear I have. And then, what scares me about motherhood too, Phoenicia, you kind of touched on this earlier, but so many people have opinions about single mothers, right? The criticisms are so heavy. We have to be like on our P's and Q's all the time. And I have this like secret fear of someone being like, like, what is that girl doing with that baby? First of all, they don't even look alike. And then second of all, like, second of all, like, where's the father figure? So, there's always someone who wants to talk, someone who may want to call CPS, someone who wants to like step to you and your kid, or someone who wants to bully you and your kid. Those are things I think about as well. But I will say, I do think about Jabari's future a lot more than that. I think about his future so much. I think about him wanting to do well, do better than me. I want him to be happy. I rather have him be happy than successful. And I want him to be, a good person. Like, happy and a good person. That's what I'm aiming for. I want him to be God-fearing or fear something that's higher than him. I don't want him to be selfish. I want him to be humble. These are things I think about. And then, I think about him not attaining that. Then that's when I do get scared. Like, is it something that we could fix? Something I could be doing now to make sure he doesn't, go down the wrong path.
Yeah. Same. Wow. Before Farrison even got here, I was thinking about what schools I'm gonna put him in. I was just like, okay, I need to make enough money so I could put him here.
Yes.
I'm not sure if I want to do public school, because public school right now is
garbage.
A lot happening right now. And
sorry for those 10 kids in public school. I don't want to say garbage. I don't want to say that.
But I'm just like, I already know he not going to school at this school district. He gonna go to this school here. It's gonna be a private school. He'll go to Montessori school. Like, I was just thinking about all the things before he got here, because I just, sad to say, but and I already made my bed. I'm already laid in it. But the person who I decided to have a child with, I don't want him to be like him.
Hello.
I don't. I really don't. I don't want him to have any of his characteristics. I don't want him to have just literally anything. I don't want him to have nothing to do with my baby, because literally I just feel like he was the vessel that I needed to get my baby here, and that's it.
Yeah.
So I was just scared of the judgment, of course, being a single mom, and then the way that I see like my future for my baby, and then also for me as a mom. Like, I already know I'm unconventional when it comes to being a mom, because I'm never going to follow anybody's trends. I'm never going to follow anybody's like trails or whatever. Girl, trailblaze all you want, because I'm going to be over here minding my business.
Right.
So, and my mom, I guess I get it from her too, because it's kind of like, I'm going to do whatever I can to support my baby. Now, I ain't saying I'm about to be on corners and poles.
Girl, but I got you, though, girl. And we have to be there, girl. I got you, though, girl. We have to be out there, girl. You ain't going to be alone.
I'm not saying I'm going to be on corners and poles trying to support him. But at the same time, I also feel like I'm put in a position to where I want to be that person in my family to break that generational curse of mothers having to struggle to take care of their child.
Most definitely.
Yep.
So for me, that was also a scary thing for me. I was like, Mama, I love you, but I don't want to struggle. I don't want to be like my mom when she had to struggle to take care of my sister and me, even though she never showed it. But I know my mom struggled just a little bit. It may not be a lot, but I don't want to have to deal with that. So that's why I'm trying to do whatever I can now to set myself up and make sure that he doesn't have to go through any of that.
That's true.
Right.
So yeah, like I was just I was trying to do everything in my power to make sure that I just didn't fall into that whole category of the struggling single mom, or the single mom that's bitter, or you raising like a bastard child. And I hate that saying, like a bastard child. Like, why?
Yeah, I hate that too. And it's such a right. or what was the other one we talked about? A bastard child and the broken home. I hate the whole
the
broken
broken
home
home.
too.
Like, who says that he's a part of a broken home?
Right.
His parents are just not together. That doesn't mean that we're broken.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't know. But yeah, that was my fear or whatever. So, but that also taught me to like let go a little more too. So yeah, that's all I have.
Yeah, I know. Girl. It's funny how everything's kind of similar though, right? Like what scared us all kind of in a sense the same, is kind of related in a sense, like a thread in it, be able to provide, not want to struggle, and provide his futures. It's all connected.
It is.
It's the same answer. I think.
Perfect.
All right, y'all ready? Y'all feeling all right? We're going on to the third question.
That's the third question.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. What's going on, Phoenicia?
No, child. She was asking what the next question was.
Right down the list.
No, I'm just trying to look for the third question too.
Who were or are the people you rely on to protect you?
Who are the people you rely on, or who were the people you relied on to protect you?
What, when I was growing up, or
when you was pregnant, during motherhood, when you had us?
Well, I can say, well, when the first one was born, I was with my husband, and that helped some. But then, you still have struggles, even though you with him, you still have struggles. But the first one, I could depend on him to help me with the baby. Yeah, you need some help when you got youngsters. You really do need some help sometimes. But you know how men are. They don't figure it's their job. They just, that like that. But I said it was I didn't have, I had a sister up here. And if I needed a helping hand or something like that, I could call her. And she would, talk to me because she was married. She had 3 daughters. And so I could talk to her, about things and stuff like that. And then during that time, I had my mama. She was still living. And I could call her and check in with her. And she give me some good advice and stuff like that. And that really helped because, she was well, I guess you can say she knew because she had 9. She had 9 of us. And she told me it's going to be some struggles and everything is not going to be what they say, a bed of roses all the time. You're going to have some ups and some downs. But with the help of the good Lord, I raised my daughters. And, just got them off and what they wanted to do and stuff like that. But I thank God that I think I did a pretty good job with my children and the help that I got from my oldest sister and my mom. And I thank God for them.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And how old is your oldest?
My oldest daughter. She's 51.
Oh, okay. All right. And my oldest is 40. What's this? 2003, 43. 43. And like you, it was my sister, my mom, and my grandma. And when I had my oldest child, and then it was a 6-year difference between Ashley and Carl. And so I had all of my kids before Quentin went into the military. Ash was born in Tampa, And so, but my family was there. My grandmother passed away shortly after my oldest son was born. So it was my mom and my sister, but they've always been there. Um, um, they was always there. My mom has since passed away as well. But and in between Carl and Ashley, I had a daughter that passed away at 8 months. Yeah, and so that's when I really realized that that's when and my mom and my sister and my grandma, the four of us, we just became so close because they just knew that I just really, really, I guess I really, really needed that support. You know, my aunties. And so and I was still young, you know, and so then Ashley and then the baby Quay, by the time I had Quay, I moved to Pensacola. And Quentin mom, my mother-in-law, she was just so supportive. And his family kind of reminded me of my family because his mom, his aunt was close like my mom and my aunt was. And so they just, you know, I felt safe with them. I felt very safe with them coming up, helping with the kids. And like you said, well, you marrying out sometimes. I didn't play that. But you were watching kids, but changing no diapers. He still don't change no diapers. He got 2 grandbabies in this house, so he still don't change no diapers. He'll play with them all day long. He'll be like, "Y'all better come get this baby, feed him, change your diapers." And, but yeah, so and now that I'm older, and it seems like the roles are reversing a little bit, I find a lot of I feel safe with my kids and my husband and my kids. They look after me. They get on my nerve now. Don't get me wrong. They drive me batty in here sometimes, but I appreciate it because some people don't even know where their kids are.
That's right. Right.
I appreciate it, but my kids, I feel safe with my kids, and I really appreciate them, and I thank God for them every day.
Amen.
Wow. What was the question again?
Hold on, Phoenicia. Wait a minute. Who are the people you rely on to protect you?
Oh, who are the people I rely on to protect me? During my pregnancy, I had a lot of people I could rely on throughout my pregnancy to protect me. Of course, we know sperm donor was nowhere to be found, child. So he wasn't even in the picture. But for sure, I have to give an honorable mention to my sister because when I found out I was pregnant, my sister was the second person I told I was pregnant outside of Hey Isa. Because you know Hey Isa was in Arizona, of course. So, and if anything happened, child, if I felt like I needed to go jump off a mountain, I could call her first and she could come get me before I make any rash decisions. But I called my sister and I told her I was pregnant. And of course you think in your mind, like, even though being pregnant is the most happiest thing in the world, you still feel like you a failure.
Yeah.
Because you're pregnant. And it's kind of like you saw yourself being in a different space, or you saw yourself having all these things done, and you have a baby and you still feel like a failure. And my sister's response made me break down crying as soon as she said it. She was like, "Okay, so what you need me to do?" And I was like, "Wait, what? You actually want to help me? You So what does that, I had to ask her, okay, like what is, I don't even know what to say. Like, what does that mean? And she was like, listen, we can come down, you can have the baby or whatever in Tucson in Arizona. We can stay out there with you. We, as in her and my mom, we can stay out there with you for about a couple of months or whatever you need to get you situated. And then if you want to stay in Arizona, you can stay in Arizona and still achieve your dreams, and we can have the baby with us, and you can come home whenever you feel like it, of course. Yeah. And I'm just like, oh, she really saying this to me right now? Oh, like I didn't know what to say, because you know, a lot of people do not get that same response when they tell their family that they're pregnant. Not especially like your mom or even your sister. People just like, well, that's your responsibility. Like, what you want me to do with it? So I would really say, aside from my mom, my sister is really like my protector. Like, that's my road dog. Since I've become pregnant and had my baby, me and my sister have been the closest we have ever been in existence.
Awesome.
Being sisters. Because I go to her for everything. I talk to her about everything. Throughout my pregnancy, she was there. She flew out to Tucson. I flew her out to Tucson so that we can make that 15-hour trip back to Texas with my stuff in a U-Haul to get me back home. She did all of that just for me. And if there was ever a question of if my sister loved me, it was answered.
That proved it.
So yeah, my sister is definitely she's that protector for me. Like, she's up there, child. Like, at this point, can't nobody else top my sister, because it's like, are you gonna drive 15 hours across the country with me and I'm pregnant? And when I'm hungry, I need to stop. When I need to go to the bathroom 5 times, you gonna stop with me? Like, my sister, she just literally, she set the bar for anybody, child, even my baby's father. Oh, that's my girl. So my sister is definitely that person. And I know if anything happens, if I need her, she'll be right there. Even my mom too.
Most definitely. Yeah.
Of course, my mom. I don't even have to say it, child. She'll
she knows she knows before you say it.
She gonna be there. But she was actually supposed to Arizona too, but she got sick literally the day of. She's supposed to fly out. But yeah. So those are my road dogs.
I mean, we all have the same answers. You know, it's always your mom and your sister, right? Because that's the same thing for me. My sister, when I was driving to a friend's house, and I had been wanting like to tell my sister in person that I was pregnant, but I couldn't hold it in any longer. Like, I had to tell her, I had to say it. And I was like, I really was waiting for you to get back into Arizona. My sister does not live in Arizona. And I was like, I was waiting for you to get back in Arizona before I tell you I'm pregnant, or I'm telling you this, but I'm pregnant. And she just burst into tears. And she was just like, this is this is such great news. I'm so happy. I can't believe it. Oh my gosh. And my sister was just from being like buying like some of Jabari's first clothes, hosting the baby shower, that I was like, we can do a backyard barbecue for a baby shower. She's like, no, we're not. And she just did this whole.
I didn't want no baby shower.
You know? I didn't want like people to bring gifts. I really wanted to party, right? I just wanted a party.
Yeah.
Like, no, we're doing this. This is your first kid. She did a nice ass.
My land.
It was so beautiful, so extravagant. It was so much more than I had even like dreamed of, and it made me feel so special. It made me feel honored. It was one of the first times at the baby shower that I felt like, oh no, like being a mom is a very honorable position. You know, being a mom is something that's very just cherished in our family and also in our society. And then Qualisha and I have always been close. We have always been. We have, the two of us have always, we're only 11 months apart, 11 months and 2 weeks apart, and we call ourselves the twins. You know, we finish each other's sentences. We have the same thoughts at the same time, and that's really that's the other half, and that's my heart right there. That's there really is there's no words for that. It's so indescribable. I feel like sister, like right, Phoenicia, like you say sister, but it's something higher than that, right? Like there needs to be another word for that, you know? Like it's just
I feel like I probably should have made my sister his godmom.
Right. But like,
at a certain extent, that's how I feel.
Right. You know, when you go through your forms, you have to update all your forms, and like when you have a baby and put down guardian. Like my sister now, if anything happened to me, like Jabari is going to my sister. Anything happened to me, half of what I own is going to my sister. Like she's that person, you know? And so I don't think I could, but I don't think I could get through any of this without her. She has just been, she's a fantastic aunt. I can't describe, it's natural for her. She's like a natural born like auntie. She's just easy to talk to, and she doesn't mince her words. And she's still caring, and she's still loving, and she's still very much like she wants to see like all of her nieces and nephews do well as if they're her own kids. So I think I'm beyond blessed to have her in my life for sure. And then so there's my sister, and then surprisingly too, I say surprisingly, I don't know why, but my dad really stepped up.
Babies can change people.
My dad really stepped up. I was like, who is this person? He just really filled that gap that I was worried about, like that would be there, that hole that would be there without having like that male presence. Like my dad really, when I first saw him, I was pregnant. The first thing he said, "What about Jabari's dad?" Said he wants nothing to do with us. He's out of the picture. And Dad was like, "Man, forget him. You and the baby are gonna be taken care of. Y'all gonna be taken care of." And he has taken care of us, which I think has gone a long way to alleviate some of my anxiety too, because some of those monetary issues, some of the like emotional support, just he has taken care of. You know, he has stepped in there, putting furniture together from scratch. You know, driving me places, just really is, you know, helping me, talking about wills and talking to me about, you know, financial stuff. He just really stepped up. He you know, after Mom and Qualisha, my dad was right there. I really can't depend on him, which surprised me because, you know, he's growing up. He hasn't always been there because of the military. He had to be out doing whatever soldiers do. But now to have him physically here, just is showing up. It's all the difference in how I raised Jabari for sure.
Yeah. I love that. And that's another thing. Last thing, we can move on. But when I told my sister I was pregnant, also after the first thing that she told me was, okay, what you want me to do? She said, you and the baby will never have to want for anything.
Yeah.
And I was like, just when, like, because literally the initial reaction to me finding out I was pregnant, and that's the next question. So the initial reaction to me finding out I was pregnant was, I want to have an abortion. I don't want nothing to do with this child. I don't want nothing to do with the person who the child is with. And just to put that out there, there were 2 possible people that could have been his dad. I only have 2 active partners, and it was the one who I was praying that it was.
Oh my.
I was like, ooh, okay. But it was bound to happen because we grown here. Me and him, we never worried about protection because it was like, I ain't gonna get pregnant. I've been on birth control for so many years. It ain't worn off yet.
Wait, is that the nonsense you tell yourself? Phanesia Johnson, you all tell yourself about birth control?
I just have some in my system.
I drank water today.
It ain't worn off yet.
It ain't worn off yet.
Any other time, I ain't never got pregnant. But this one time, God was like, all right.
Okay.
It's okay. And it was with the person who I was hoping it was not with. And my first reaction was, I already knew in my mind, I had expectations that he would like step up because he already has kids. But when I like slowly like figured out, okay, well, you're doing exactly what I thought you would do, which is nothing. So I just stepped up and that was it. But yeah, I wanted to have an abortion. Like I was like, I can't. Like I just moved out to Arizona and I wanted to move to Phoenix. I was literally going to move to Phoenix the next.
Oh, yeah, you were talking about going to Phoenix.
I was going to move to Phoenix the next year. And I was like, well, shit, I can't move nowhere if I have him. And then I didn't want to be in Arizona by myself with a baby. So, well, I really wasn't going to be by myself. I had y'all. But it's nothing like having mama.
Exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, I was just like, I really need to have an abortion. And once again, my sister, she was like, okay, well, wait, take a couple of days
I
to
was going to say, what changed your mind?
yeah. Take a couple of days to think about it. Don't make any rash decisions or anything like that. In the meantime, if you want to look into it and see like what the process is. What do you need to do in order for it to happen? And are there any places, for one, available that will give you an abortion in Arizona? Because that was another thing that made me panic, because they just reversed that whole situation. And I was like, damn, am I gonna be able to get an abortion? And so I looked up some places, and child, after that phone call I had with the clinic that I was going to go to get an abortion, I was just like, this don't even feel right. Me talking to somebody, discussing terminating my pregnancy for some reason. Like it didn't feel right. And when she told me the price, I was like, $700 for an abortion pill.
What?
I believe
that is quite expensive for an abortion.
$700 for an abortion pill. And my friend Hey Isa was like, I'll go half with you on the abortion pill if that's what you want to do. So once again, I took some time and I thought about it. But even while I was thinking about having my abortion, I kind of had it already in the back of my mind. I'm going to keep my baby. But I just wanted to go through the motions if it would change. And I keep telling myself, girl, if you really did not want to have this baby, you shouldn't have went to the doctor and gotten an ultrasound. Because once you hear the baby's heartbeat, that's it.
Yeah.
And it's like, once you hear the heartbeat and you actually see that there is something present in there, you don't want to terminate that. Because then you start thinking, well, what if he or she could have been this? And this time, this like last year, like you think about all the things.
Everything. Yeah.
Exactly. And I'm just like, no, I can't go through with it. And I just I thought about a lot, even her. Like, my mom is getting up there in age, and I want her to be able to be here to see me have a baby.
That's a report.
She was here to see me have my baby. She cut his cord. And I think that's like, to me, the most beautiful part of my entire pregnancy was her being there to see me give birth.
Same.
Agreed. Yeah, that initial reaction, it was a complete 180 from how I feel right now. Because I was like, I ain't having no baby. I ain't having nobody's baby right now.
It's like your experience is so opposite of mine. Oh my goodness. But I want to open up by saying, like, if I was in my 20s, if I was 30, I want to be on this podcast. I'd been calling my sister and been like, girl, we need to go to the clinic right now because I'm not having this baby. It would have been a done deal. But like, I don't know. Well, at the time I was 2 years out now from 40. I feel more confident in myself and decisions I'm making. I feel more comfortable where I'm at in my life. I got a stable job. I got a home. And I have an excellent support system. So when I first found out I was pregnant, I was like, well, first, my very first thought was like, let me get another test because this cannot be. 4 tests later. That last test was like, bitch, stop playing around. You're wasting your money. Stop buying a test. You're pregnant.
Bitch, you're pregnant.
You're pregnant. Stop buying tests. Like after that 4 tests, and I came back pregnant, and it was like, okay, I'm pregnant. Then I became like, I had this like this. I think it's probably the closest feeling to euphoria. I think it is that I had. I was just giddy. I was really light and bubbly. And I remember not being able to think. I remember my mind just went blank. I was filled with emotion. I had so much emotion. I couldn't even think straight. It was just like I was so happy. Even though I felt like garbage, I was so happy, and I was really, I did have a moment, and I had to tell I had to tell, Jabari's dad, of course. And that was like, that brought me down to reality. That made it more real, having to do with him and his response. But then I knew I was going to keep Jabari, because even after I heard his dad's like messed up, this awful reaction to the whole thing, I was like, well, I'm still going to keep him. I'm making that commitment right now. I'm making like this conscious decision to go forward into this future with this baby without this support from this guy, from this sperm donor. Like that's what he is, and that's where he decided he's going to keep himself in that box. And so I just knew it was the right decision. After I told the dad, he said what he said, and my feelings were still the same. Like, no, screw you, dude. I'm still going to keep this baby.
Right.
It's like, it is what it is with him. But that was my reaction. I was supremely happy, and I wasn't. I mean, I don't think I was really terrified until like I really started to get sick and pregnant. I started to show. But again, the feeling still the same. I was like, oh, I'm still doing this. I didn't regret it. I didn't, I didn't want to go back. And then as everyone's responses started coming in, I remember telling like my ex-husband, y'all know my ex-husband and I are really cool. He's one of my best friends. I remember telling him his response. He was so damn happy. He was like, oh my gosh, I cannot wait to help you raise this kid. I cannot wait to teach this kid basketball. Like that sort of thing. Like it kind of set the bar really high. And then everyone's responses were just as good. Everyone was so happy for us. And so it just made me think like, oh, this was the best decision, like going forward, keeping him,
Yeah. Because I was, I wasn't toe up, but I was toe up.
It's enough to put you there, I tell you, because your entire life changed.
Yes.
People that are close to you, their life changes as well.
That's right.
Your mom, your sisters, everybody's life changes, and so I can understand that. I really can.
Yeah, I was so.
I'm glad that your sister. I'm glad that you told your sister first, and she reassured you of the support that you have. That you just probably your mind was just so far out there that you didn't really tap into, and and now I have another nephew.
Can't wait to get my hands on that little one there.
It was, I don't know, man. I just didn't see myself being a mom at that moment. Of course, that's what everybody says. They didn't see themselves being a mom at that moment. But then as I keep saying it, my mama keeps telling me, Phoenicia, like you're 30 some years old. It's not like you're 19. It's not like you still in high school. It's not like you still in college getting your bachelor's. You already have your bachelor's, your master's.
Yeah, you've accomplished so much. When would be the right time?
Never.
When is the right time? Never.
I will say, I did have one down moment where I was like, I won't be able to travel. I like travel solo, like doing solo travel. Mom and dad can't stand it. Well, I'm like, well, I'm going to Spain, you guys. I'm going to Canada. Like they can't stand that shit.
Well,
but like,
this is how Ashley does. I'm gonna interrupt her. We're going family vacation, right? So we're on family vacation, Virginia. Then Ashley just walk up. Maybe one morning I'm in there scrambling eggs or something like that, and she'll walk up. Oh, I'm gonna go to Spain after we're done here.
Sorry.
And she ain't told her daddy because she's gonna tell me. And I'm supposed to go tell him. Other dad, I'm like, you need to go tell your daddy. You need to come tell me.
That's right.
This was just a whole cluster.
I that's the one thing I was like, I won't be able to travel solo. I gotta, that's the one thing I kind of was like, oh, but now I'm just like, girl, get this kid a passport so I can go traveling again because I miss it.
I was about to say, girl, we go together because I just got my passport.
Go ahead and get
Ferris in. I'm like,
Ferris's passport.
Get Ferris in, girl. We gonna go. We gonna go.
Jabari's passport.
We gotta do Jabari's passport, and so yeah.
Yes.
So all right, Phoenicia, get the baby's passport, girl. We gotta go. We gotta go to Bahamas. I need a beach vacation. So
yeah, we going somewhere, child.
With the babies, girl.
Yes, that would be cute. A mountain vacation.
Little boys gonna be international travelers.
Yes, as they should.
Should be, as they should be.
Yes, as they should.
But but Ashley, do that. We was on vacation. You're like, oh, I'm going to Canada. I'm like, when? Oh, when we leave here.
It's so good because we're already on the East Coast. Because we go back to Florida for summer vacations. And I'm not trying to explain myself. I'm an adult, but I'm saying I'm an adult, y'all. Okay, who's listening out there? But I'm like, we're already on the East Coast, and it's cheaper to jump off internationally from the East Coast. I'm like, I look at my tickets once we get to Florida, and then just do some one way.
And she does.
Just do some one way tickets.
And the first thing I'm like, well, who you going with?
Myself, because you can't depend on niggas until it's time to, because they be like, well, my money look kind of funny, or like I gotta go to work, and then
we ain't got time.
We ain't got time for that.
We ain't got time.
That's crazy, I tell you.
That's all.
Thank God Jabari came and slowed her down for about a year or two.
Where are we at? Are we?
Oh, they got to answer.
Y'all got to answer. We been here for a long time.
What's the question?
What was your initial reaction when you found out you were pregnant?
Oh, you was pregnant.
Either.
I guess. Well, wait. How'd you feel when you found out I was pregnant?
Yeah.
Oh, I was very happy. I knew those are two things Ashley I've always wanted to do. She wanted to travel the world and she wanted to have a baby. And after she got divorced and she traveled. That's what she did. She traveled, and I knew that she always wanted to have a baby. And she called me in the back. She went to the room, and she went back to the room. And so Quentin came home, and she was in the office laying on the sofa. And Quentin came home and logged into the office, the computer in the office. And she's like, Mom, come here and bring my purse. I'm like, why is she being so bossy? But it's okay. She did. And so she took this card out and she gives it to her dad. She says, here, Mom, send it to my dad. Y'all need to read this. And we opened this card and the ultrasound fell out. And we're just looking, and
she's like, is that your ultrasound? I'm like, no, Sil, it's a rando's ultrasound. It's a random's ultrasound I picked up off the ground.
The thing is, y'all, my sister was here visiting. My sister always asks my girls, when are y'all gonna make me an auntie? When y'all gonna make me an auntie? And my sister had just asked her when she came in, Ashley, when you gonna make me an auntie? She says, I don't know, Aunt Stephanie. I don't know. And so, of course, Stephanie is in the back, and me and Quinn is in the room, and I'm in there. We're just so emotional, and we're crying. And of course, I'm like, "Who's your baby daddy?" She's like, "Mom, don't talk like that." And I'm like, oh, "Okay."
I remember that part.
And so, we came out, and she told my sister, and we cried the whole day, the rest of the day, all of us. So, but yeah, I was just very excited that Ashley, I always knew that Ashley would be an awesome mom, because Ashley's just an awesome person, and I know she has so much love to give this child. I knew when she got pregnant, she was gonna have so much. She's kind of strict. She's kind of strict. So, but I knew that she loves, she would have so much love for this baby, and I was just very, very excited for her and happy for her that that she had got pregnant and was having Bari Bean.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when she finally told me she was pregnant, she was crying and all. That's that, and I told her, I said, "What you crying about? You got me. You got your sister. You don't have to worry about that nigga."
Thank you.
Wait. Rewind. Okay, rewind this. Okay, so for one, when I told her I was pregnant, I was not crying. I wasn't crying. I told her I was pregnant. I just told her in a regular conversation. I sat on the couch because I called you after I told Linda. It was later on that night. I needed a couple of hours. And I called her and I just said, "Hey, Ma, what you doing?" She said, "Nothing." "Why? What you want?" And I said, Ma, I got something to tell you. And she said, "What?" And I said, "I'm pregnant." And she was like, "What?" And she said, "Okay, so what we doing?"
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you can finish now.
Mm-hmm.
Now's your turn, Miss Virginia.
When I told her, you're going to have the baby.
Thank you.
I said, you got plenty of support. You got me, you got your sister. And I told her everything was going to be all right. I said, you don't need that nigga.
You don't need it.
You don't need him to help you
need
do
him.
nothing.
Mm-mm.
I said,
Mm-mm.
the baby will have what he need. You still working. And at the time I was working, but I'm not working now. I said, he coming. The baby is coming. Because when I got pregnant with her, it was a surprise for me.
She knows the flu.
And it had been so long because it's 20 years
20
difference between my
years.
two.
Yeah.
And I said, no, I'm not. And then I sit there for a while, and then I said, well, I guess so. Because I had thought about abortion too with her. But my mom, I had my mom. I called my mom. And she told me, she said, no. You will be fine. You will be fine. And she told me, she said, that's a blessing. The baby is a blessing.
Yeah.
And so I went from there, and then I came home. I called my sisters, and I told them. Some of them didn't believe it, but because of, how old I was, because I was 40.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was 40, and they were saying, well, some people, you know how some people is, they'll say, you too old, you don't need no baby, and stuff like that. But like my mama told me, she said, don't worry about what people say. You just have your baby. You're going to be, all right. And that's the same thing I told her. I said, look, you got me. I said, I'll be here when all them others out there telling you whatever. I'm your mom. I'll always be here.
Hello.
That's what I told her.
Hello.
And then after that, she thought about it some more, I think. But then she made up her mind that she was going
I took
to have
2
the
weeks.
baby. Have the baby.
I think I took more than 2 weeks. I took about 2.5.
And she said she finally made up her mind she was going to come home. I said, okay. I said, you just come on. We'll rearrange and put something here, do something there. And you'll have to make your room to work. So you can work. And so that's what we did.
Yep.
I told her, I said, you can stay here as long as you want. Because after y'all leave, won't be nobody up in here but me. And so she here and he came,
Oh,
that's our baby.
that's
That's our
right.
baby. Yeah.
That's our baby.
Yeah,
That's our blessing.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I feel about it. Because, it's been almost 16 years since I had a grandbaby. That's how old my grandson. He's 6. And this will be poo number 2.
Oh, shucks. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
So he's going to be a joy.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He sure is.
And so
Embarrassing.
I think just like, everybody have a situation, but you just lean and depend on the Lord, and He'll make everything all right.
Ooh, have the faith. And it just need to be enough of what they say, the size of a mustard seed.
To see, yes,
Just have faith.
that's right. That's
And
all you
you
got to
keep
do. And
on
everything,
pushing.
everything will fall right on in place.
Yes,
And
it
Yes, ma'am, it
will.
will.
Yes, it will.
yes,
Mm-hmm. It
mhm,
sure will.
yes,
We just gotta just, like you said, we all have our issues.
that's right.
We all have our issues. And I
Yeah.
have to always tell my sister, my family lives in Florida. And really, what's in this house is all I have here for family. Um,
Mhm.
but I always tell her, I say, she'll call and I'm like, you just gotta have faith. And my mom was an evangelist, so
Mhm.
and so I told him like, yeah, like you forgot how you grew up. I
Mm.
mean, get down there and you get on your knees and you pray and you let your kids know they better have some faith and they better get their lives together.
That's right.
I ain't saying that my life is together. Hold on, let me fix that. but just have a little faith and just keep on pushing. That's
That's
all.
right.
That's all we can do, right? We can't stop.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
Mhm.
Oh,
You gotta go.
I'm good. What's your next question?
Okay, I'm just like I know.
I'm good.
I'm making sure mom was
I'm finna press this thing so this groceries can be delivered. That's all.
okay.
That's all. Ashley be fussing at me, whole strict self.
I was making I was paying
Mhm.
um, oh, is it your question or is it mine?
It was you. Okay, I think it's my turn. Sorry.
Okay.
I don't know. Y'all, Mama and Miss Virginia have been grandmamas for a long time. So I don't know. How about this question? How are you adjusting to being to grandmamahood?
A second time around.
Second
or-
time around.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. You just had CJ. You've been a grandma.
Well,
you've
but
been
but CJ wasn't in the house. Only time CJ spent like significant time with me was during the pandemic when they moved from Vegas and they came here for a few months and they moved to Florida. But having Ozias here because Lauren moved back from Tempe, and then having you here because you was here for at least a couple of months. And when you can come, you'll come and say you're coming home on a Saturday and you'll be here for a couple of weeks, or either I'm up there watching the baby on Tuesdays and things like that. So I don't know. It's just I'm just glad that I can be here to help. I'm just glad that I'm not in. I have enough. I'm in good enough shape that I can help.
Mhm.
I have, some strength that I can help and do things and just be here and
That's it.
experience it.
That's it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
for me, adjusting to it was easy because I got my grandchildren, two oldest grandchildren. They are older, 16 and 21,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't see them as much as I see him because
Mm-hmm.
he's here, and he done start crawling. He messing with everything.
Yep.
And I'm telling Farrison, come back. Don't miss now. You know how babies if they'll
They just
stop
laugh.
and turn around and just keep on going like you ain't saying nothing to him. That's him. And I'm here, she trying to work. And I'm not working. So I keep him while she work.
Sweet.
And that fills my day because it take all day to keep up with him and get him to sleep and get him to eat and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad to have him here. He know who I am. He see me, he's smiling. And so it's good for me to have him around.
Thank
And
you.
I love him like a teddy bear.
No.
Benicia.
What we call it? We call it big little big geezy. We call Ozias. couldn't call him Big Easy, and I call him Big Geezy. So that's what we're gonna call the Farrison.
Kids have so many nicknames. They don't call Jabari just Jabari. Like, come on, just call Baby by his name for me, please.
No.
So many nicknames.
Lord.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Big Geezy.
Jesus. Okay. Next question. Wait, Miss, did your mom get a chance to say what she liked?
She's like, just happy to be here. She's just happy to be here. Just happy to be here, girl.
Okay. What
my boss
is...
calling me on telework. He'd be like, what you doing today? I said, I'm finna log in now. It'd be like 9:15. I should log in at 8:30.
Oh Lord. What is your favorite memory from your birth experience?
Okay, well, this is gonna be real quick because I already talked about it. What was your favorite? I think I had to have a C-section. I just remember that actually was like that was probably one of my favorite parts because everyone in the room was just so attentive and so caring, and then mom was there too. And my whole birthing story, my whole birthing experience, like surprisingly for a Black woman in America, it was a surprisingly positive experience, right? Because I have been so worried about giving birth in this country to my son because it's just y'all know the numbers. It's just static us women, Black women. You know, we have the highest mortality rate for pregnant women in this country. So I was thinking about that the whole entire time. But my favorite experience was like actually being in the operating room, and everyone was just so light spirited, but they're very professional too and very knowledgeable. Like the room was full of people, right? Like it seemed like they had like a second and a third. Like in case something happened with this person is going to step in. If that happened, something happened. Like everyone was on their game. Crew. It was a whole crew. They were on it. They were so on it, and they talked to us like people. No one was like being arrogant or lofty. And then I think my very favorite moment was though that moment where they pulled Jabari out, and I could hear him crying, and they mom had him and I had him, and it was just like he was there. That moment, like I'll remember that moment forever, just being on the operating table and just being like feeling so comfortable, which is odd to say when you cut open. I was literally cut open, but I was like, I felt comfortable. I did not feel the least bit like threatened or fearful. It was like, that could have been the drugs too, now I think about it. It could have been the drugs.
Did he make his little appearance around that curtain? When they brought him around,
yes, they brought him around. Yeah, remember you cut the umbilical cord, right? And he was crying. Of course, I was crying.
Yeah,
everyone was so happy. That room was filled with joy. It was a good experience. That's my favorite moment.
Yay!
Yeah. I'm gonna ditto with Ashley on that one.
You remember your favorite moment? Like, did you have it? What's the question? When we having Carl, whether it's me, Carl, Carlisha, Michelle, what was your favorite memory from your birth experience?
I don't.
I must say that's too far back in the hat, Mom. Mama. You can say it. Everyone still, we weren't mad out there.
It was. Well, really, my first three. My first three. My mom was an OB nurse, so she was there in the labor and delivery, and so that made it easier. It made it easier because I was having babies young. And so my mom was there, and so it just made that easier. And I was having babies young, and I didn't really know, even like the education. I mean, the resources and the education that you two had just now when you had the babies, Farrison and Jabari. I mean, light years away from when I was having babies. And so it was just, you go in, you have babies, you don't have any of the epidurals, you don't have all this here, you just go in there and you just, so, and by my mom working in the labor and delivery, that was my, that was my support, and that was one of my other than eating. That's what I remember. I just because like I said, everybody old and I'm old. So
It's like,
yeah, I remember. That's what I remember, Virginia.
Well, I when I was in the delivery room with
Mm-hmm.
we couldn't have, I had to have a C-section because they said she was too big
Oh.
and my age,
Mm-hmm.
at the time. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't, I don't. All I remember when they took me, they told me to count backwards because they put me out. Back then they give you that stuff and put you.
oh man.
I
See?
don't
Mm-hmm.
let me,
Mm-hmm.
And next thing I remember, I woke up back in the recovery, and I didn't
In the
see
room.
her.
Mm-hmm. In the room.
I got to the room, and it was fast, and everything. And the baby was all right, and I was all right. He told me everything went fine with
Yeah.
her. But my first daughter,
Mm-hmm.
I had her vaginally. They didn't give me nothing because by the time they got ready to take me to the living room, she was here, and
Mm-hmm.
that was it. That was my oldest daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Everything with her was well and everything, even though she was my first one. And my first husband, he was there. He was, you know how men are. He was from grinning from ear to ear
Mm-hmm.
and everything. And then
Mm-hmm.
came in, he asked me, he said, "How you doing?" I said, "I'm fine." And that's first thing I asked him, "How's the baby?" Because I didn't see her. I didn't see
Mm-hmm.
her brought her later.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You don't get to see
And,
the baby and all that. Mm-hmm.
mhm. And so that was
Yeah.
my experience with
Mm-hmm.
that. Hmm
Mm-hmm.
I didn't stay in labor
Yeah.
long. I did not. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
stay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I
Mine
went to the
was.
hospital early with her, but I didn't
Uh-huh.
have her until the next day. But all that time now I was there, I wasn't in too much pain. So
Pain. Mm.
mm, I wasn't
Mm-hmm.
in too much pain.
It's
But
it seemed like
when
with
it's time,
me. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
when when it was time, she was there. So it wasn't too
Mm-hmm.
bad. It wasn't no whole lot of pain and nothing. But when the pain started, that was it. It was time. It didn't take no time. She was here.
She was here.
Mm,
Mm. Mm.
yes, she was here.
Mine was pain.
Mm,
Mine was pain. It was like I had all of them natural.
mm,
It was and it seemed like as I had kids, my labor would be shorter.
mhm,
But like with Carl, my first child, I started having labor the one night, like a Thursday. It was a Thursday night at like
mm,
9 o'clock, and I went to the hospital that morning, like at about 4, and
mhm,
then I had him at noon.
mm. That was fast.
Had him around
Mm-hmm.
12.
Mhm,
And then as I had kids, it seemed like it was shorter. Ashley was fast. I remember having
mm,
Ashley on a Sunday. It was fast, but yeah, it was just yeah. It
yeah.
no medicine or nothing, just
No, thank you.
naturally.
No,
You-
thank you.
Yes, it was. That's what they didn't give you no medicine. You
Mm-mm,
No,
heard
they
no,
didn't.
thank you.
They didn't
and
give
hurt.
you right.
Yes, you
Mm-hmm.
just get the pains coming when you feel get them when that machine get louder and louder. I got tighter and tighter holding on to something. That
Mm-hmm.
was
Mm-hmm.
it.
No,
Yep.
thank
Yep.
you.
That was
Oh my
And on
gosh.
top of that, you be in so much pain. You be in so much pain. And like if the baby is, of course, the baby is big, and
mm,
and when the baby come out, and if you're that, the doctor just took the scissors. He says, I'm gonna have to cut you," and he just cut me.
mhm,
No, thank you. No, nope,
mhm.
nope, 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 nope.
You
Mm-mm, mm-mm. That
when
sounds
you going through something like
It
that,
was so barbaric.
if they cut me and everything, but I was having them pain, so I didn't really notice. He cut me the
That
way
was
the pains was coming.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mhm. I didn't
Yep.
know I had
That
no
was me.
stitches until
Mm-hmm.
till they told me. Yeah.
Yeah. It was so barbaric.
Yeah, we got through it.
Mhm.
That was it. 'Cause I know I didn't get
Yeah.
no medicine. I don't remember none.
Mm-mm. You ain't getting number some
Mhm.
tucks.
And so,
That is really traumatic just hearing about it. No, thank you.
Mhm. Yep.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
Mhm.
they got it made to
They
have the
got it
baby.
made.
They could get that
Thank you.
shot. You get
Uh-huh.
that
Thank you.
shoot. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
It
And
ain't
then they
nothing
come
like.
tend to you all day. Yeah. One thing we did
Yeah.
do though, they did take the baby to the nursery, and they only had
Mhm.
certain times they would bring the baby to the room,
That's
and that was good.
how
And they
they
made
get
sure we got out fast because they had visiting hours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the
yeah.
baby didn't stay in the room the whole time. That baby be in that nursery, and I like
They
that.
not
Mm-hmm.
like they do now. They could keep the baby the whole time now. Like
Yeah.
you only you only saw him when it was time if you needed to feed it or something like that.
Yep. You need to feed it, and then if it was visited hours, and you could get up and walk with your company to the window, you put your card up there, and they bring that
Mhm.
baby to that window, and people watch that baby.
That's right.
But
That's it.
What a
yeah.
different era, man. What a time. It's like
Mm-hmm.
so different from our experience in a sense, you
Mm-hmm.
know?
Yeah.
For
Yes.
sure.
Yeah.
We've been
Very
in
good.
hospital for 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
And if you had a cesarean, I think it was 10.
Yeah. Staying there a little longer.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I stayed in the hospital for 48
Mm-hmm.
hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lauren stayed a little longer this time too. But we really thought Lauren, after she had the baby and they took her placenta, we really thought Lauren's gonna be a statistic. So they
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
it kind of got scary, but she pulled through it. Everybody was on it. And so thank
Good.
God.
yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
That was one of my worries. But my
Mm-hmm.
experience was we were just talking about this last night or the night before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were just talking about this the night before with my sister. My sister was like, I'm a little jealous of you because your experience was it was so flawless.
Uh-huh.
I really think my experience it was flawless because it's just I don't know. You had this picture in your head of how you think everything is gonna go, but
Mm-hmm.
it actually happened. It's like
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I wasn't even here. I don't know where I was
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
because I
Right?
Oh.
It's like,
Oh.
it's like, where am I at? What am I doing?
I don't
Yeah.
even know.
Oh.
I was just out of it because at one point I was so over my pregnancy. I was just telling my mama, "Mom, I'm going to McDonald's to get me something to eat." And by the time I got up out of the chair, my water broke. And I was
You
like,
serious?
okay, well, shit, I can't get no McDonald's. We got to go to the hospital.
Like, well, I'm still going to McDonald's, damn.
I still got some McDonald's on the way to the hospital. I still got some McDonald's.
I gotta eat.
Gonna go get
Exactly.
these fries, mama, and this sandwich on the way to the hospital.
Right. Because I knew once I got to the hospital, I wasn't going to be able to eat any solid food until after he got here. So
That's true.
McDonald's was my last meal until he got
Mhm.
here. And when we got there, they checked me in, they checked my cervix, and I was already 2 centimeters dilated. So they was like, okay, yeah, and you progressing real fast. So we're gonna go ahead and just admit you or whatever. So got to my room, she settled me in, they hooked me up to all the monitors, child, them heart monitors that they have in the labor room. I was like, do I have to wear all of this?
They hook us so much stuff. It's like, why I put what is all this stuff, y'all? Like,
I was like, this is a huge heart monitor, but
yeah.
okay. So, because they had two of them on me. It was one above the stomach, and then it was one below, right where he was, and they had a monitor on him. I heard his heartbeat. I was sitting there chilling, and then they was like, "Do you want anything?" I was like, "Yeah. What can I eat?" And they just gave me some Jello cups, and I was tearing the Jello cups up like 5 at a time. I was just eating Jello, and eating Jello, and I was drinking what was I drinking? Cranberry juice. I don't know what it was about the cranberry juice at the hospital.
But it was the best juice you was having, girl, right? The best juice in your life.
Where y'all get y'all cranberry juice from? Because I need this when I get home. Because it's amazing. So, child, Jay just brought me all the things. And then the best part about my experience before I went into labor with him was the fact that I had an all-black nursing crew.
Yeah,
I love
that's
it.
awesome.
I love
I
it.
wish, yeah, that's one thing could be better. Yeah, yeah.
I was like,
We
what?
That's
Like
awesome.
I have all black nurses, like the ladies who checked me in and got me hooked up to everything and made sure I was good before they did a shift change. All my nurses and my intake crew was black. And I was like, oh, thank you, God. Okay.
When he do
So,
that.
I got all black nurses. And then after they did the shift change, a little stuff kind of did change a little bit with my charge nurse. She was a little rough. Like she was a little bit more militant. And I was like, I don't like that. I don't I don't know. But it was a lot. But I mean, my labor, I wasn't even, to me, I felt like I wasn't in labor long because, child, once I got that epidural, I felt like I slept for hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when I got the epidural, what time? I got checked in around 12:30 midnight the night before, and I had him at 2:15 the next day. So 2:15 p.m. in the afternoon. And I didn't feel no contractions or anything for long because I had to wait to get my epidural a little bit. I don't know why I had to do that. But they waited to give me my epidural. Once I got the epidural, child, I had contractions while I was getting the epidural. And even then, my charge nurse was like, oh my God, you're so strong. Because this lady is sticking this needle in me that's this long. And I'm having the hardest contraction I feel like of my life. And I just breathe through it. And I feel like I didn't feel anything. Like, I don't know. That's just the beauty in that to me.
Right. Right.
And it's like, y'all got the nerve to be around here treating women like trash. And
Hello.
this.
Hello.
Amen.
Hello.
Amen.
So, and it's like the process that you go through to give life. It's amazing to me. It's astonishing, as a matter of fact, because that experience for me was everything. And I was telling my mom and my sister, I would do it all over again if I could, just in that moment. Because I loved it.
Yeah, same.
I loved my experience.
I loved it from the time they got me in, like intake to the hospital, to the time I left the whole experience. I would do it over again. Yeah,
for real. Like I really would. I would do everything all over again. People took great care of me. They made sure I had everything that I needed. Even when my sister came in to visit with me after he got here, she came in and she was like, "Hey, girl, you all right?" And stuff. She was making me laugh, and we talked, and she asked me how everything was, and I told her it was amazing because my birthday experience really was amazing, except for a child. But right before I went into, I was already in labor, but right before he got here and I started to push, child, I had gestational diabetes. So I told you that already, Ash.
Yeah.
But I had gestational. But right before I was getting ready to push, I felt like the worst diabetic episode. I was freezing, and I was freezing so bad to where my jaws were clenching. And I was asking my nurse 5,000 times, can you please give me a towel or something to bite on? Because my jaw felt like it was about to pop out of place.
What?
Yes. Like I was just, my teeth were chattering so bad because I was so cold, and my blood sugar was like at a 72. It was low.
Oh my gosh.
You're kind of going into shock.
Right.
That's what Lauren was doing.
Exactly. So that for me was like that one moment where it was like, all right, now y'all was doing okay. But
this is serious.
Ain't looking too good. And I didn't have, this was when they did the shift change. So I didn't have the all black nurses anymore. Okay. So take note of that. So, and I was telling my mama, like, Mama, just please, like, tell them to give me a towel, give me some orange juice, give me something. And it seemed like they was dragging their feet to get me a towel and to get me some orange juice. And my mama had to tell, like, she almost had to scream across the room, "Excuse me, can y'all please get her some orange juice and a towel or something?" And then they had me laying flat on my back too.
No, I can't stand that. I couldn't stand that. Yeah.
So, and I was like, "Can y'all please like sit me up or something?" Because I feel like I'm literally about to lose it. So as soon as that passed, child, thank God, it was time to push him out. And it took, I think, about 8 good pushes to get him here. 4 of those pushes was for his head.
His big head.
Oh, 4 of them was for his head. I love you. I love One of them pushes was for his head, and then the rest, it was it, and he was here,
and that was it.
Yes, and I was like thinking in my head, Jesus, please, like let him cry, let him cry, let him cry, let him cry. I wanna hear his cry. And then when he cried, it was the most calmest cry. It wasn't hysterical or nothing. He was just that was it. And he just, I heard him. I heard when they was putting him on the table and
just
trying to get all the things out of him. And then Mama cut the cord, and I was crying, and
I was crying, just cry tears.
And he was here, and he had a head full of hair. It was so silky. It just had all the nutrients and
that was Jabari's hair. It was all smooth, like our hair. It was so cute.
It had all the nutrients and amniotic fluid and everything all over him, and they just took him away to the nursery, but put him on my chest for about a minute or two, and then I kissed him, and then they took him on to the nursery and the NICU so they could monitor him or whatever, and that was it.
That was it.
Yes. So my whole experience, I loved my birthing experience, even the bad parts. I love them.
Yeah.
I love my experience.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
That's awesome. Yeah. But Lauren went through that same thing, but it was right after they pulled her placenta.
Wow.
And she went through the same, and I'm just standing there. I didn't even move, and I'm looking at the doctor and the nurses and everyone, and they came in there and they did what they did, but she was doing the same, and I'm sitting here, and of course the same thing going, so of course I'm thinking, okay, here we go, Lord, here we go, and I just went to praying.
Yeah.
Lauren's mom over. I sent her mom over to see the baby because they had put the baby under the light, and taking care of him, and he was crying and everything. And I'm just standing there watching, and it was a scary moment.
Yeah. I didn't know what I didn't know what was going on, because I was just like, can y'all please just make it stop, like turn me on my side or something so I can get comfortable. Because I felt like I was about to lose every tooth in my mouth.
Oh my gosh.
Because I was clenching my jaws so hard, and then I was dilating super quick. Like I was hemorrhaging, and I was blood because I was dilating so quick. That's what they told me, because I was dilating so quickly, I was hemorrhaging. But of course, in the back of my mind, I'm kind of alarmed because why am I bleeding?
Right.
Right. So and of course, I mean, they're not gonna tell you all the things they want to keep you calm or whatever. So I was just like, as long as he gets here healthy and fine, I'm good. But then my mama was like, no, you need to be good too.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Miss Brian said, no. Miss Brian said, we came in with 2 people, leave with 2 people.
Exactly.
That's what Miss Virginia said.
She was like, no, you need to be good too.
This is not how this goes. And that's
so,
what I said, Sandy. I said, get over there and keep an eye on the baby. And I'm sitting here, but just like Lauren was hemorrhaging as well, and she was doing the same thing. Her body was cold; they couldn't get it together. Then they gave her a shot right, down in her area, and then so they just started working. They were just, they was talking the medical lingo, but I'm standing right there, and I'm seeing all of it.
Oh, goodness. You gonna let it out? See, he be swallowing his. Just let it out, son. He just swallows.
He just swallows.
Yeah,
He's so cute.
yeah.
He's so cute.
Mm-hmm.
He's a baby cough.
Mm-hmm.
Did you want to order food?
I ordered, and they shopping.
What?
So daddy should be here about 6:40.
Bye.
Lord, you say bye bye.
Oh, oh,
You say, but no, you don't want to say bye bye.
Oh, baby.
oh. Bye bye.
Say bye bye.
Bye bye. I have to get close because I'm blind. Bye bye. Bye bye. Oh, I'm gonna sing for you next time, okay?
Oh, Lord.
Again.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna. Yes, I will. I'm gonna sing for you. Oh.
This is so cute.
Uh
Oh my
huh.
gosh,
He
this cute
is.
baby.
Oh, Bubba.
Mhm.
You get shy. There's nothing shy about you, child,
Oh.
at all. Hooey. Okay, Ash.
Pleasure, y'all.
What else we got?
You enjoyed this? That's good. Now that was it for our questions. At least that was
That was good.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes, I enjoyed the experience of
Me too. Yeah,
Thank y'all for, inviting us to come.
I know. I think they should invite us again.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see.
But then you don't have to if you don't want to either, right, Virginia?
Maybe. No. But thank y'all. We love y'all.
Thank y'all so much.
We love you all too.
Dropping this generational
Yeah.
wealth of knowledge on us. Thank you.
Mhm.
It was
Definitely.
I was glad to meet y'all.
It's nice
You
to meet you too, Miss
too.
Virginia.
You too. Uh-huh. Yeah, you too. Well, we're just gonna pray that we all have a make it through next year and good health and good spirits.
Yes, too.
Yeah.
That's it. Yes, and y'all have a happy new year. Yeah.
We're gonna try.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. We're gonna try. All right, now I'm gonna go up here and check on these babies and see how long this Walmart guy is with my order. All right, bye, y'all.
Thank you, Mom.
Uh-huh.
See you in a minute.
Okay.
Okay, I'm finna go.
Okay. Bye, Mom.
Bye bye. Let me get up in a minute.
Take your time, Miss Virginia. Take your time.
Child, listen.
Say bye, mommy.
Bye, Bubba. Okay. Ooh. All right, y'all. Oh,
All right, y'all. First part.
good.
That was good. I like that.
That was very nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad it took up more time.
That was. I think this like 30 minutes. That was good. Like that was just a deep conversation. That covered a lot.
That was good. That was meant to happen. I'm glad that happened. So, child, I guess the people gonna be watching this entire episode on replay.
Mm-hmm.
I
checked. I looked at our YouTube while we were talking. So yeah, we look good. We up there. It's up there.
Yes, it
when
is.
y'all do finally tune in, it's up there.
Right. So, so y'all don't want to tune in now. That's all right. That's all right. That's okay. That's okay.
Right. You know what, girl? I'm putting out there. But you know what? Who knows? Next year, 2 years from now, girl, we're gonna have thousands of viewers, girl. Won't be able to keep up with the comments.
Right. Hello. Y'all gonna wish y'all had jumped on this train before we got up there.
y'all gonna look back. Damn, we should have took them seriously when they first started out. Look at them now. Yeah.
Y'all gonna wish. Y'all gonna wish y'all knew us.
I see it. That's exactly how it's gonna be. Yep.
Right. Y'all gonna wish. But yeah, I don't even know what else to say. That conversation with our moms was really cute.
That was very cute. That's very cute. And I learned a lot of a few new things I hadn't known before. And it was, like getting insight to my mom's experience, and then insight to how she feels about like her kids and all her grandkids and things like that.
That was gorgeous. I loved it.
I loved it. I really did love it too. That was really good.
It was. I don't even know what to say after that.
I feel like this episode was a nice little cap on like a phenomenal season, right? Because I think things have gone way better than we both could have ever anticipated. This has been fun, but also like really rewarding, and we're figuring out a few things still. But
yes, we're still learning, child. We're not worried about being perfect by a long shot at all. Because I don't know, it seemed like people striving for perfection the first time around. Shit ain't never gonna go right.
No. And I feel like when you're married to an idea of perfection and shit don't go right, then you just lose it, and you lose hope, and I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this no more. And we're not like that.
Exactly. So you get your feelings hurt and you feeling the type of way because things ain't going right. Child, please. I'm glad things happened the way that they happened. I'm glad stuff fell into place like it should have. Yeah. I'm really proud of the imperfect perfection. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah. Same.
So the imperfect perfection, because we're showing up how we know how.
That's pretty much that's all we know how to do, right? We don't know how to be anyone else but ourselves. And we definitely don't know how to like lie, or I don't say lie, but like put up a facade. It's just
exactly because that's not. It really defeats the entire purpose of having a podcast about motherhood, because you want to be real about your motherhood experience. That's ultimately what we're talking about. So, and everybody's experience is different, of course, but why would you only want to highlight the happy parts of motherhood? Because that's not what motherhood is made of. Motherhood is made of both the good and the bad,
Exactly.
So yeah, I feel like we did an excellent job at
I agree.
and highlighting both sides. So yeah,
I agree. Well, I do have a question for you. I know we don't have like an agenda, but like, do you have any, Mama, or any Phoenicia New Year's resolutions?
Ooh. I was actually going to write all this stuff down today because my family is doing a capsule for 2024.
What?
So
like, what do you mean? Like y'all gonna put what do you mean?
So everybody is writing down like goals or prayers or whatever that they want to accomplish or see coming to fruition for 2024. We're writing everything down on like whatever sheets of paper and just putting it all into a capsule, and one person in the family is going to keep it. So like this time next year, 2024, we're going to pull the notes out and everybody's going to read what everybody wrote.
That is awesome. That's an excellent idea.
Hi. Yeah. So everybody, so everybody is gonna
he don't want to come to me. Okay, fine.
He over it.
He's like, was he sleeping?
No, he been up with me.
He's gonna start crying for me in a few minutes. Phoenicia, that is an excellent idea. I love that idea.
Yeah. So everybody is like writing their stuff down, and you're gonna like pull whatever, and people are gonna read, and you're gonna say like what was accomplished, or what are you still working on, or did it not come to fruition yet? Like like stuff like that. So I guess hell, I was gonna write it down, but now I gotta. I'm trying to think. Okay, I know for sure the first thing off the top of my head is this is like even with the motherhood side of things, but my financials, I want to make sure that financially I am definitely in a better place
Yeah.
than I am right now.
Yeah.
So, because I really want to be able to I want to be able to buy a house.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, like, I really want my finances to be in a much better place than they are right now. I want to be a better steward of my money. I want to have a very substantial emergency fund, like just a savings account in general, or really both, like emergency and savings. So, I want to be able to save at least like 6 months of my income. Like,
Yeah.
that's one of my good goals. Um, and then also for Farrison, I just want to make sure I'm doing what I need to do to keep him happy, keep him healthy, continue to give myself grace with motherhood or whatever. And child, just living life, like continuing to discover me as a mom, you know, and then also keeping up that part of Phoenicia
Yep.
without losing herself to motherhood.
Yep.
So that's really my biggest thing, like for next year. And then, child, my YouTube channel is growing, so I'm happy about that.
Oh, that's amazing. That's great.
Yes, YouTube channel is growing, and I'm happy just with the small like subscribers that I have. I'm finding like my group on YouTube, and I love that.
That's really good.
So yeah, child,
That's
growing
like
the
so
YouTube.
validating to hear. Like, like it's something you really love and cultivate. It's like growing.
Yes. So I love that. I love connecting with other women who are in the same place as we are. So I absolutely love that. So I hope that my channel continues to grow. And then also this business idea that I have coming, this product that I want to launch. I'm praying that I'm able to get that off the ground and running next year.
Yes.
So
Girl, these are all like I love these big dreams.
yeah, child, I'm learning to like just put it out there and not be afraid.
Yeah,
Put it out there.
that's the thing.
So yeah, child. And the podcast, I'm hoping for between my YouTube and a podcast channel, my goal for us is to have at least like 1,000 like followers on Instagram. And then also for our like downloads and our listens, like I hope that we're able to get like, I'm just gonna put it up there, like 10,000 downloads or 10,000 listens,
Yes.
10,000 streams.
Yeah, same.
So I want us to get out there. I want us to find our people, find our tribe, and that's it. Like I want us to explode.
Yeah, same.
In 2024.
Yeah.
So yeah, I want us to go higher. I want us to be able to hire a social media
So many of my 2024 dreams revolves around this podcast. It is absolutely a shame, or not, but it's like it's the same. I want us to grow. My plans, like we grow so large that you and I quit our day jobs and we can do this. And then from this, we can branch out and do other things that we really love and really enjoy. Cultivate the things that we want to, because this provide like a launch pad for us. I'm really hoping like we get some kind of like, what is it, sponsorship deal with a branding, some kind of that is like with growing our followers and getting some kind of sponsorship. There are two things I'm really hoping for 2024, and I'm also really going to buckle down and try to get, until we can hire someone on social media, really get serious about being like active at least every day or every 2 days on our Instagram. I found this little chart that's like things you can do every day of the week to help like to get your like followers up, or at least get your, what is it called, your activity, just become more again active on your social. So I'm like, I'm gonna go try to follow this, like customize it for us, because we are still busy working mamas, but like also like again, it's to be more active on that side of things, because again, my hope for us next year 2024 is to really like you said, see this shit explode in a way that we just are in our wildest dreams, like we never imagined. That's what I want for both of us. And then I want to write. I miss writing. I realized like I miss writing. At one time I was like writing almost daily, and then also like editing my stuff and entering into contests like almost on a weekly basis. So I really need to get back to writing. I have all these big ideas about what I want to write about, like a whole sci-fi series in my head, a whole fantasy series in my head. I really need to get out because
Yay.
so freaking long. So I really need to get back to doing that, to writing more often. And I think that was good for me because, as a lot of y'all know, Nisha, I know you know this, I'll write something and not show anybody any damn time. So I really need to like get over that fear. I need to write and then put it out there and be like okay with shit being out there in the public,
Yep. I feel you on that one. Because I'm just like, y'all really want to read this?
Right. And y'all, I mean, you say you like that? You're gonna print that in that online magazine? Really? You really want to do that?
Yeah. What? Okay.
Are you sure? Are you sure you want to do that? Yeah, that's the thing. Again, I hope like from this that we're able like to cultivate these things that you and I love so much, like about ourselves. And then shit, do that 9 to 5, man.
Listen, I mean, granted, even if God sees fit for me to quit my 9 to 5, God, please. If you see fit,
please.
If I'm able to have a substantial stream of income or streams of income that could supplement and go beyond what I'm currently getting now, God, please.
God, please. Lord Jesus, we paid our dues.
Please put it in your plan.
Put it in your plan.
And also I'm just I would really, really, really I would love to have like an actual job that I love.
Yeah.
Not to say that I don't, like what I do now, but it's just I'm falling out of love with higher education altogether and students. Like I really am. I'm tired of dealing with students because I just really feel like I'm not appreciated for what I do on the student side or administrative. I love my team, but child, I'm over it.
Same.
And
oh my God, word for word, same.
I'm over it, child. And I'm just like, I need to find something else to do. So that's another thing on my list. God just blessed me with another job. If me not getting, the whole full like entrepreneurship thing or us being able to live off of like residuals of what we get from this podcast, child, just bless us with jobs that we love, that's going to give us even more abundance.
There's more abundance. That's it. There's more abundance. That's all I'm saying. I'm not, at the end of the day, Nisha, I'm not trying to be a billionaire. Okay. I'm not trying to send people into the moon. I want to be able to take care of my son, have nice things, gift stuff to my family, not have to worry about money from paycheck to paycheck, not have to worry about, these little things that you worry about when your paycheck is funny.
Right.
And like I've been working, we've been and like, if y'all know us, we are not slackers. We work hard. Hard. I can honestly say that in the day I work my ass off, and I'm tired. I'm tired of dealing with those students. I'm tired of dealing with, like you said, university system. I'm tired of like giving so much. Man, if effort could be monetized instantly, we'd be millionaires already, right? Like,
for real.
And so I think, Lord Jesus, is you to see fit. You see fit in your infinite wisdom and grace just to help us make this work, Lord Jesus. We're ready to receive. We're ready to receive.
Right. Because Lord knows I'm tired. I really am.
I'm tired. And the thing is, I'm tired of doing things I don't want to do. We paid our dues. We paid our dues in that department. I think it's time. Like I want to cultivate Ashley. I want to cultivate the things that matter to me. Not
Because I'm, like I said, I can't say it enough. I'm tired of higher education. If I could get in another arena of higher education or whatever, that'll be perfectly fine. But I just don't want to deal with students.
Girl, I don't want to deal with students. I had an epiphany a few months ago that said like it was one of those moments where I was struggling to like take care of Jabari and also meet the obligations on my job because they were just like, well, we wish you were back in the office more. I'm like, well, I have my own kid to take care of. And then I dawned on me like they want me to be there taking care of other people's snot nosed kid. I can't take care of my own snot nosed kid, you know? Like, how'd that work out? Like you're there taking care of other people's kids and helping their kids
Right.
be better people. But when it's time for me to do that for my own kid, that's the problem. And that's like that was the writing on the wall right there. You know?
I have nothing to say.
So
Yeah.
it's time, y'all. 2024, man. It's time.
Yeah. 2024, man. That's my prayer. My prayer is that we just were able to live in more abundance.
Live in more abundance. Yeah. Lord, you just take us off the strongest warriors list and put us on the massive abundance and love and soft girl life list, please. And thank you.
Yes, please put us on the abundance. Abundance.
Abundance. Abundance.
Please. Abundance, child. Please, abundance. That's all yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's all we want.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's it.
That's all we want. You know? But anyway, I can support you financially. Let me know. Like we know if I need to be posting some stuff for your little, product off the line. Your YouTube, I make sure, I'm pretty sure I follow you, but I haven't seen, I don't know why I don't get notifications for when you post.
Hold on.
I don't get any notifications for when you post. I just assumed that you had put that on hold because with everything else going on. I don't know what's going on with my YouTube. Do I follow you?
Do you follow wait, which one?
Oh shit, girl.
Uh
Which one are you talking about?
because I did have an old YouTube channel, but I moved it over because I had one that was linked to my old Gmail account, but this one is under another one. So is it, hold on, let me make sure. Is it this one?
No, I don't think so. Let me see. Let me search your name. I don't think. Wait a minute. I gotta see. See, I think I'm on your. Let me subscribe to you and see if I can just find.
Okay.
Okay. Oh wait a minute. You posted just 12 days ago. That one.
Well, 2 days ago. It was a mini vlog.
Oh, here we go. Okay, let me see. Let me see if I need to be. I'm subscribed. So why
Okay.
am I not seeing your videos pop up? Like, why am I getting notifications? Let me see if I need to change.
Well, you have to, I think, do the you have to turn on your notifications.
That's what I thought I did.
Huh?
Phoenicia, I thought I did that.
You
Okay.
have to turn on your notifications.
Okay. Okay. All right. Oops. That is so weird.
That's your mama's groceries.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I can't. But yeah, girl, that's the YouTube channel, child. Oh, child, we done forgot that we was even on live.
Girl.
Yeah, sorry, y'all. That's our fault. But yeah, friend, you got something else for the folks?
No, I think that's it. I think that's it, basically. Yeah, I'm really excited about season 2, about what that brings for us, what we're gonna do for that. And some of the guests we're gonna have on there for y'all, and some of our conversation. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just really looking forward to. I'm not gonna make any big proclamations about 2024, but I am gonna work hard in 2024 to make some of these dreams happen too. So
For real. Yep, same. Oh my God. Same. For real. Same, same. Same.
you know, any,
Mhm.
anything to help get this party started.
Hmm. Yep. Yep. Good vibes.
Good vibes. Oh yeah, and somewhere in 2024, we really need to meet up so we got our passports. My passport has been itching since Spain, since I can't
Mm,
go anywhere.
girl, yeah, I really need to take a
Yeah.
trip. I'm going to Cancun in February. That'll be like my first like out of the country trip.
Really?
Yeah, I've never been outside of the country.
You're gonna have a blast.
So going to Cancun, but I really want to take a trip like overseas. So
I'm well, you know how I am. I'm down whenever you're ready.
I
I
really want
always,
to take a trip overseas.
I always got a little money on the side for a trip, so
See, yeah, I really want to travel. I do. I want to travel. So I really do. Oh, speaking of which, well, I don't know if this is for the people on the podcast, but me and my mom are going to Vegas for her birthday,
oh man, when's her birthday?
November.
November? That is so
Mhm.
sweet.
So me and mom are going to Vegas for her
Oh,
birthday.
shit.
So I think you and your mom should come.
Okay. You gotta drag me to Vegas, but Sylvia, you just gotta say Vegas, and she like, when, what?
Yes.
She loves Las Vegas. So
Me and my mom, we're gonna go to Vegas for her birthday. She's turning 75.
yay.
So I was like, have you ever been to Vegas? I mean, we can definitely go to Vegas. So yeah, I'm gonna take
Oh,
her
that'll be fun.
for her birthday. We're gonna do that. So you and your mom should definitely
You
come.
know what? You ain't send number to work, girl. We'll be there. That is gonna be so much fun. Next November, we can make that happen for sure. Oh my gosh, that'd be so much fun.
Yay!
75. Yeah, hell yeah. Let's do it.
Okay. I love it. We're gonna plan this offline.
Offline, yes. Yeah, that's a
Plan
good
this
idea.
offline. Oh Lord. Okay. So those of you who didn't watch, the one person who tuned in earlier, thank you so much. We appreciate it, child, because we don't know where the rest of the 122 of y'all are.
All 122 of y'all.
All 122 of y'all, only one person tuned in. But that's all right. That's okay.
You know?
That's all right. It's all right. But no, thank y'all so much for chiming in. And thanks to our moms for jumping on for us and answering our questions and having great conversation and dialogue. I really love that. So yeah, I love my mom. I love your mom too.
Yes. Oh my god. I love Miss Virginia. I like her, like it makes me feel like, like I'm back home in the South. I'm like listening to your mom talk, run back with my
Yes,
aunts, my cousins and everything.
because my mom is a true country girl.
Yeah. Yeah. She reminded me of all my Pensacola family for sure.
Yes, that was amazing.
It was
So
very special. I appreciate they got on with us and shared their stories with us too.
yes. So yeah, y'all. I think that's it that we have for y'all. Thank y'all so much for supporting us this season. It may not have been perfect, but we loved it. So
Blast, yeah.
yes, thank y'all so much for the love, the follows, the subscribers on YouTube, our listeners on Spotify and Apple. We hope that y'all stick around for season 2.
Yes.
That's so good to say season 2 because a lot of people don't make it, y'all.
That's true. I'm also gonna make it out of what 2-3 episodes.
Right. They say most episodes, black podcasts don't make it like past episode 5.
Really? And we have a whole damn season 2 halfway planned out.
Right.
That's a blessing. Thank you, Jesus.
Exactly. So it's like we hope y'all stick around and chime in with us for season 2. So I'm just excited. Oh,
Me too.
I'm excited. I really am. So that's all I got for y'all, child. I guess we'll see y'all in 2024.
See y'all in 2024. Y'all have fun. Y'all be safe. Stay blessed. Thank you for the support.
Boy, I gotta take a picture so I can post this on the Bye, y'all. Yay! I love her. I love it. All right. Bye, y'all. Oh. Yay!